That's what I'm talking about. Our very own East Coast famous Lowercase Blues, Sussex County based original music. Amber told me 250 to 300 shows a year. Maybe the hardest working band in Delaware. They're playing at Thompson Island. A bunch of dates. You got to go to their website. It's Lowercase Blues. They're East Coast famous, but we claim them as our own here in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. They're just this great local band. Incredible. So come check them out. And they're going to be our music for the whole podcast. And maybe, I don't know, Lisa, if this is true or not, I heard that our very own Amber may have written some lyrics to one of these songs.
I do believe that.
But it's a little risque, she said. So we're going to play
we're not
that.
Going to repeat them online.
We're going to play it extra long. It's going to be a spicy little action going on here. So welcome to Family Meal with SoDel Concepts. We'd love to have you. Thank you so much for coming. We're over 100,000 views. What do you think of that? 100,000 views on their videos. By the way, I just told Lisa she was on a podcast. That's how this kind of happened. So she's a partially unwilling. She blinked twice if you need to be rescued from this podcast.
I blinked twice many years ago, and no one came to save me.
There's no one came to save you. That's just the way it is. But anyway, we have 12 coastal restaurants. We have 12 coastal restaurants up and down from Lewis to Fenwick. I'm Scott. This is my wife, Lisa. We were voted Best Family Business of the Year. We're one of the largest family employers in Sussex County, and what that means is all of our kids, all of our neighbors, anybody that needs a job, we like to give them a job. You can start washing dishes from the bottom up, just like our kids did, just like Chef Parks did, just like you started busing, right, at the Seahorse? Was that your first job?
Yeah, at 15. Yeah. That was my favorite. Well, but yeah, and I mean, well, I always loved that story, but I mean, because Parks was on at Luvo, and Holden was the little expo at the time.
That's a great story.
Wrote himself that little note, and then now Luvo really seems to be where tons of our family has gone through. Like everybody, including myself, that is the last place I waited tables. But and then our one niece Riley right now, until she starts law school in the fall, like she's still there. Like it's really seen.
Yeah, and she's going to take a pay cut after she graduates law school.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have, speaking of Sussex County and East Coast famous, we have Chef Chris Parks here. He's a famous chef but unfortunately in his house, he's the second most famous, or would you say you're the third most famous?
Oh man, I don't even know if I rank 4.
You don't even rank in the top 4?
Your wife is definitely famous.
Your wife's definitely famous.
I think your wife's famous.
Yeah, she could.
Yeah.
You could call her that.
Yeah.
She's a writer. Her name's Corinne Miller. She writes for a bunch of different magazines and different things, right? And she does freelance
Parent
stuff.
magazine.
Parent magazine, yeah.
Yeah, Cosmo, Men's Health, Women's Health.
Corinne, you have to be very careful because she'll send you a text asking your opinion. It'll show up it'll be a quote in print.
That's how she gets it.
Yeah. All of a sudden, I'm like, am I in Cosmo? Like, what happened? So, anyway, but we were voted best family business, and we just appreciate everyone's support and trust. It's so important that small local companies, we've really grown over the years and we're become almost like a mid-sized company, but still in the whole scheme of things, we're small fries, but we're at least able to provide so much for the people that work with us, and we can provide a future and a stable environment for chefs to just cook beautiful, simple food and not have to worry about all the other stuff that kind of comes with it. So it's about a 30-minute show, even though we've gone over every single time. It's been the one with Doug was an hour. We're going to start releasing that. There was some incident with a cow, so we had to get special editing on that one. But anyway, we're going to go over what's new. We're going to talk to Chef Parks about what he likes, and we're going to talk about some of our favorite dishes here. So that's the first thing I really wanted to cover and talk about. I just love so many of the dishes at our restaurants, and I was going to ask you guys what you thought. My number one favorite combo is, and we talked about this a million times in my house, the dumplings at Blue Coast Rehoboth. I get the dumplings, and then the sauce is just perfect, and then I get the miso glazed salmon. It's just like that combination. You can see why we started SoDel well, by the way. But just like that combination of those two dishes is like what I really look forward to when I go there. Lisa and I were just in Australia, and I got back, and she got dinner. I said, "There's my two favorites right there." Right?
Yeah, the dumplings on the Blue Coast menu have been like a favorite for forever. My favorite combo of all the things, like honestly, is the shaved Brussels at Lupo, within the bolognese. That's my
So
favorite.
classic, so simple, so so beautiful. And so many people, like, food is like our love language. So like sometimes, like, you go with your family and you eat, and you really like reconnect and do that stuff. So what's like some of your favorite? Do you have combos, Chris? Or do you eat like a chef?
So I'm used to eating, if I order out, I order half the menu and I end up just sharing everything.
Yeah.
I literally, not to sound cheesy, but I eat family meal style, like basically everything.
No, I love it.
Everything is brought out to the table. We all share. We all, break bread together, and I think that's the best way to eat. Personally, my wife always accuses me of ordering too much, and then we're left.
I've been there. I've been there a few times.
Then we get the bill, and then she's like, "Yeah, great idea, yeah, perfect."
It's another mortgage payment.
Yeah. So it was good, but if I had to go, you kind of stole my answer. Bolognese is my go-to. I love bolognese. I love fresh pasta. I mean, I go to SoDel well just so I can eat that way.
Yeah.
And you're a steady 6 a.m. or 5 a.m.?
I do the 5
It's the
a.m.
5.
Yeah.
That's a core group. I don't want to like stereotype, but there's a dad group in there that goes. They're all like dads, and they're all in there working out together. They're very
The
consistent.
SoDel Dad Bod group.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we have a group chat. It's no one will ever see the light of day. But yeah, it's a good core group. Been doing it for about like 9 months. They persuaded me to come in there.
Did you ever think you'd be a 5 a.m.
No,
workout guy?
not a million
Oh my
times.
God.
Oh, man.
If your 20-year-old self could see you now, what
It's
would he say?
crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy how
many
early I
kids?
get up.
How many kids you
I
have?
have 4 kids.
Four kids.
4, yes.
Running 3 restaurants and working out at 5 a.m.
Yeah, 4 kids. They're all 13 and under. The youngest is 4. She's crazy. But yeah, so working out at 5. My wife and I kind of almost had an argument, or we did, because that was her workout time.
You stole her workout time.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I
a
can't
big
believe I'm
deal.
saying this right now, but yeah, this was her workout time, and
Well, I'm not stealing your workout time,
You're not.
so don't worry about
You're
that.
not.
Yeah, you're
No.
going to be safe on that one.
yeah, it's still a point of contention in our household. So
Yeah, you're fighting
I
over
understand
the 5.
that. I really understand that.
Tell her to
I
go
like,
4. 4's available.
Well, she goes right after me. Like
At 6.
she'll go run 5 miles, or she'll go work out. She'll go lift down in our gym. So I'm the person who's not self-motivated. I need a group of people to work out with.
Yeah.
She's a self-starter. She can just do it
That's
on her
because
own.
she's a runner. I think people who are runners can be that way. I've only ever run because a coach made me run
Yeah.
to play a sport, and I just think that when you're a runner like she has always been competitively and everything, you have that because they get that whatever runner's high is
Yep.
I've never had in my life.
It's in her DNA.
And
DNA.
yeah. But back to with all of your children and ordering the food for the table, just wait till they're a little older. Do you think that bill's high now? Because now we go out and it's like the three boys and Scott, and then they'll if we are blessed enough for all of us to be together. But and then it's like, okay, who's ordering the apps? And then they all kind of check, and it's like 6. I'm like 6 apps, 6 apps.
I'm like 2 per person or whatever it is. I don't know. But we go through. They're like clams, 2 clams, 3 clams. How many clams should we get?
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, just order. Don't like take control of the situation. So that's kind of how they do it. But my funny story about your wife is, remember she came. We were short like volleyball players, and she came to play volleyball, and she like did it. In her mind, she did it. I think she played fine, but in her mind, she played bad. And she went home and she said she had to go sprint a mile just so she could get her self-confidence back up.
So we played in the volleyball. I have no business. Let's first get that out of the way. I had no business playing volleyball, but I got
The restaurant league is out of control.
out of control. I mean,
Yeah.
these are true like
Yeah.
D1 athletes playing.
And SoDel has won it like all these years. We have
Yeah.
college players. It's no joke, man.
Oh no, Coop takes that very seriously.
Yeah, we have the volleyball coaches.
And I was like, I play hockey. I can handle volleyball. And I'm like, no, I can't.
no, dude.
I was barely surviving.
They spike on your head. And
They
then,
had
like, laugh
such a
about
pity
it.
party
Yeah.
for me,
Yeah.
and I had to, and so we were down a woman, and the rule is you have to have at least one woman on the court at all time, and I run up to my in-laws' beach house because they own the little store in
Yeah.
Dewey Beach,
Which is
so
the best. Yeah.
they've owned that since the early
Yeah.
'80s. So my wife's been coming to the beach ever since she was little. And so she was there.
She's a local.
Yeah, she's definitely a local. I lied. She can get away with it. But
Yeah.
she was up there working. I run up there frantic. I'm like, we need another woman on the court now. She's a D1 athlete.
Yeah.
She's like, volleyball, I got you. Comes down.
How hard can it be?
She gets done. She gets walloped. No one on the team is talking to her.
Oh, no.
She's not tiny either. She's like
no.
5'8".
She's gonna hate this podcast.
I mean,
gonna hate this
first stealing her workout, I'm out. Like, she's like, don't even come home.
Yeah, you're gonna be vacuuming tonight.
So I get home, and I'm like, hey, how was volleyball? Because I went to Lupo. I went to work. And she's like, are we allowed to swear?
Yeah, go ahead.
If you ever,
There's the editor right there.
If you ever f***ing sandbag me again like that, I will murder you.
But yeah, she's like, I had to go. Like, what's she running? Whatever she ran in college, she's like, I had to go run whatever.
Yeah,
whatever.
she used to run 90 miles a week when she was training.
She's like, I had to go run to get
Feel
myself
better about
confidence.
myself.
I was like, dude. Yeah.
Listen, man, raising kids and having businesses and doing all this stuff, it's hand-to-hand combat, man.
It really is. Now that
Yeah.
the kids are in sports, it's like now we're on the other side where we're like, come on, you can do better, you can push, you can.
Yeah.
That's a tricky line.
It's a very-
That is a tricky line.
You gotta be
like
careful.
when I was just talking to my cousin about this actually, because her daughter is going on 5 and starting to get into the sports and this whole thing. And I'm like, you think like, oh, I played, right? We played very competitively, played through college, did all the things. I've had my day. I'm fine with this. I'm just going to go out. I'm going to support my kids. You lose.
Nah, dude.
It's awful.
You're out for blood.
It's harder.
It's terrible. Yeah.
You talk about things like I actually vomited once. Like, I mean, it's terrible.
From watching.
From watching.
It's
like I've had to
anxiety.
hide
Yeah.
under bleachers so my kids can't see me. I mean, I'm not proud of these moments.
Yeah.
But I thought I would do better.
No, I'm the parent in the corner who tries not to talk to anybody else, and I just watch because I have anxiety.
I actually
watch it.
said to somebody
Yeah.
once who is a friend of mine, Holden was playing lacrosse for Kate in the semifinals. And I got to the point where I understood that I needed to not be near anybody. Like, it's just not a good thing because I say things that I shouldn't say. And my friend came and was like, hey, you sitting over here? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, can I sit next to you? And I was like, no. She looked at me like she didn't think I actually said what I just said. And I was like, I'm really
Get your
sorry.
shit and get out.
I was like,
You can't deal with it.
You
Yeah.
can't sit near me. Like, I can't be held responsible for what might come out of my mouth. And it could be something bad against your kid if your kid makes a mistake and I'm your friend. So we can't sit next to each other. I'm by myself for a reason. She,
We'll never
she
talk
kinda looked
again.
at- I'm shocked she's still my friend. I'm not saying her name online because she might not remember what this
Listen,
ever
that was very
happened, but-
mature of you to say that.
Yeah.
But like Chris, like you and a lot of other guys in the company now, like you're worshiping at the altar of youth sports, right?
Yeah.
Like talk about a little bit about your travel.
So yeah.
Travel days.
So
I'm waiting for the away game in Czechoslovakia, by the way.
yeah. So
Right?
my boys are 13 and almost 10, and then my girls are 7 and 4. So the girls are just starting to get into sports now. So they're starting to do like little scoopers, like lacrosse. They're into dance and gymnastics. So that's great. That's awesome. Just rec league, and then my boys play travel ice hockey, and our rink shut down about a year ago.
The Harrington one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it was local. It was very
Yeah.
unfortunate, very sad. So we had to find a new rink. My boys have been playing long enough where quitting was not an option at
Yeah.
this point. So
You got to double down.
Yeah, so we went up to UD, and they started playing there, and they had a great time. But the travel is just insane. I mean, hockey is one of the most expensive to begin with, but to just add travel to that and 2 full-time working parents and just 4 kids, I don't know how we do it some days. I mean, it does take a village because we do have a lot of support with
Yeah.
our families and help. But yeah, so we're on the road a lot. I mean, we bought a car a year ago and put 40,000 miles on it in 1 year. So
Just for driving that.
just
I
for
love it,
driving
yeah.
back and forth in PA, outside of Philly, tournaments. I mean, we just got back from a tournament in North Jersey.
tournament.
We're in Asbury
Yeah.
Park. Like,
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. We got the away game in Asbury Park.
Oh
Let's get it
my
on.
God.
yeah,
sakes. Yeah,
we're in
that's-
Virginia Beach in a couple weeks. Like, it's nonstop.
But you know, it's funny because I've been saying like about you, like thinking about you, like it's made you very efficient though at your job. You know what I mean? Like it's made you like
choice.
super. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean that's one of the things about like having kids and working and doing all this stuff. It changes the way you like approach things. You know?
Oh, sure.
And especially when you're really experienced, you're like A or B, A, boom, see you later. You know, when you're not, you go, oh, maybe A, maybe B, I don't know.
Yeah.
So
You know.
yeah.
You can't be indecisive. You'll get run over.
You'll
Like,
get run over.
Yeah,
By
yeah.
the kids, by
Yeah.
the job, by everything.
100%.
Yeah.
So it all carries over. It's like I wake up. It's like I live and die by lists. My note app on my phone is like I breathe that because
Yeah.
it's just alarms nonstop all day long. It's just constantly just moving. We have a family calendar. It sits on the wall. It's a digital calendar. My wife and I just constantly add things to the calendar.
It probably looks like a calculus problem.
It's wild.
Yeah.
And my kids now go up to it. It took them a while to catch on, but now they go up and they're like, do I practice today? No, I'm like, okay, it's working. We did the right thing by getting this thing.
Wow, I've heard about those
Yeah,
digital
yeah.
calendars.
We would
didn't
have to
have
have one
those.
now,
we,
yeah.
we would have to have one now too. Yeah, but I mean, it's
We knew we were in deep when we had 16 baseball games in one week.
1 week.
We were like, wait a
that was
second.
one child.
That's wild. Yeah.
But anyway, so really what we were talking about was some of these dishes and the combos. The other week, I got to get through this
That's what we're
segment.
talking
We're
about.
running over. We're
That's
gonna have to
what
pay
we're
extra
talking
for this
about.
podcast.
That's what we're talking about.
So I was gonna say, so really, thinking about my childhood and how much I just associate food with that was Northeast Seafood Kitchen has a bluefish dip and a lobster roll, and I just think it's like reminds me so much of like the happy times of my childhood, the bluefish dip, and then a dozen oysters and fish and chips at Matt's Fish Camp. When I was thinking of this, by the way, I had like 50 hours. And then the last one I was going to say is artichokes and the chicken parm at Lupo is absolutely. And I know
chicken parm is huge for our whole family. I
Yeah.
think I'm the only one who isn't just a diehard chicken parm.
I made chicken parm at my house last night.
Yeah, oh, did you? Yeah,
Probably
yeah.
for the first time in years.
Do your boys love it?
They loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the girls might too. I just always say boys. 'cause
How many
that's
have you
what
made
we
at Lupo though? Like,
Oh my gosh, endless.
Yeah.
But I do love a good chicken parm, and my wife was like, she overate. She never overeats,
Oh.
and she's like, I ate too much. I was like, that's good, right? She's like, that was delicious.
yeah. Oh no,
Yeah.
it's the best thing
It
ever.
is.
And that's
Yeah.
a huge compliment. My wife's a really good baker and cook too, so like, for her to compliment that meant a lot. But yes, chicken parm at Lupo, I love it. I love the half chicken. Have you had the half chicken at Lupo?
Yeah,
He
it's
loves it.
dude.
He
I
does
am
love the
all
half
about the half.
It's
chicken.
absolutely amazing.
It's delicious.
with the caper and the,
Yeah, caper,
yeah,
butter, lemon.
Yeah.
And he sous vide it for 4
Yeah.
hours.
Oh, it's
he
so
does
good.
this Italian dressing and marinates it
Yeah.
overnight, and then takes it, sous vide it for 4 hours, and then roasts it.
It's incredible.
It's got that nice crispy skin. It's cooked evenly throughout. It's moist. It's not dried out.
No.
I love that.
Shout out Chef Jeff Hunter at
Yes.
Lupo Italian Kitchen, 246 Rehoboth Avenue.
Single-handedly one of
Hotel
the top.
Rehoboth.
Yeah, no, it is.
He's killing it.
It is a.
Oh my God.
He
He's
has
killing
his
it.
menu is great.
He's killing
His
it.
food is delicious.
Yeah.
I mean, again, we're not supposed to have favorites. Not supposed to have favorite children. Not supposed to.
Oh, everyone's
not
got
supposed
a
to have
favorite.
favorites.
Everyone's
But
got a
people ask
favorite.
me, and
Yeah.
it's always a
Everyone's got a
surprise
favorite.
answer because Lupo is our Italian restaurant. I don't think that that's like what people associate us with off the top. But Lupo is. I just love Lupo. I love it. I love it. And right now, what he's got going on over there, he's killing it. It's so good.
It's one of the things about having a chef-driven restaurant group. It's like, we buy fresh ingredients, and it's up to the talent and the skill of the chef and the people that are working there to assemble and make the dishes beautiful. And it takes so much skill and so much effort. Just the focaccia bread,
Yeah.
making that perfect
Yeah.
day after day. And there's people that eat at Lupo like 3, 4, 5 times a week. So like the focaccia's got to be on point. You know
Has
what I
to be
mean?
consistent.
Like it has to be consistent. And people all the time will mention dishes. I think I know every single dish in SoDel Concepts. I hate to say it, but but that's what it takes. It takes like a love of the game to that level, to be able to do it. I remember when we started doing the homemade pasta there, and which was one of your ideas, and
2015.
And it changed everything.
yeah, it changed
It
everything.
changed everything.
Yeah, what year was that?
2015.
Yeah,
So
2015.
Doug and I started taking
11
trips
years
up.
ago, you started.
Yeah,
making-
it's wild. Yeah,
it's wild. Yeah.
That was definitely a game changer. I secretly love that place. I mean, that is my favorite, hands down.
Yeah.
Just because I spent so much time there, and
Yeah.
I feel like I saw the change happen, and it just revitalized the restaurant.
Yeah.
And locals went there, and we can proudly say we make fresh pasta, and that is truly a scratch kitchen.
It's 100%
It is.
scratch.
Yeah.
It is.
And-
It is.
and you gotta
All
find the right-
Italian wine list.
Yeah,
scratch
absolutely.
kitchen.
We won the Wine Spectator Awards.
Yeah.
I mean, that is such a special restaurant to me. And a lot of great people have come out of that restaurant.
Yeah. And even when you're eating in there, like I always feel like in some way. I think it's because of the big plate glass windows in the front, being under the hotel. The way the light comes in, it feels like you're in the city.
Yeah.
It has a very city
Yeah,
feel.
it's not very
It's a
remote.
great little restaurant,
Absolutely.
like date restaurant. It's also, we've had some wonderful family meals there. We've got the big tables, and I mean, it's just it's a showpiece. It's great.
Yeah, so we're gonna make the homemade pasta, whatever, and they get this little machine. I was like, yeah, let's go see it. And the machine's like this big. I was like, is that it?
We're gonna
It's
need a bigger
really
boat.
expensive.
Well,
I was
and
like,
remember, for a
yeah.
long time, that was the job of like one person.
It's still, yeah.
It's still, they go in,
Yeah.
and that's what they do.
Yeah.
yeah. Because there's a whole knack, right?
Oh, right. Yeah. No, I hired a guy out of the food bank, and David, and he was a godsend. He did
I remember.
so well, and he would just. That was his job, to make pasta.
Yeah. It takes a special person to make homemade pasta all day, every day.
And we had this tiny machine, and then we outgrew that very quickly.
Yeah, very quickly.
And then I think Blue Coast Rehoboth had a tiny machine.
Yeah.
And so we took theirs, and
Yeah.
then we were running 2 tiny machines. And thank God now we have a big guy over
Yeah.
there. And that
We're so big in corporate, we finally got
Oh,
an
man.
actual machine. That's the right
I
size.
walked in and I
Poor
was
guy
a little-
was making it 24 hours a day. Yeah.
I was a little envious. I was like, "This is an automatic, like a true automatic."
yeah.
Like,
It's
oh
not
man.
what we started on.
No.
But I always think of you as being there too. I think is that where you started? Because I feel like that's where I met you.
No, fish on.
Fish on briefly, and then Blue Coast.
Okay.
Yeah, Fish on 3-month stint, and then Matt called me in the middle pre-shift and said,
You're moving.
"Hey, you're gonna be the head chef over at Blue Coast, Bethany."
Oh my God, that's
Dude,
right.
that was a summer.
You were down there.
Oh, that
I
was a
that's,
summer.
that's where people go to find out if they can really handle
That's
life.
where to find out if
That
you're
is
really
where people
a chef.
go if they
Yeah,
can
yeah.
handle life.
I got
Because
done
there
this-
are many people who have died
You got
at Blue
nightmares
Coast
still?
Bethany.
I got done that summer, and I turned around and I was like, "Is this how every summer is?" He's like, "No, this one was just."
No,
Lies,
that
was
lies. Doug
fucked
was
up.
lying to you.
I mean, they do big numbers.
What's the one too?
Yeah.
The boys talk about at home, like in COVID. You know, there are always so many stories, but Blue Coast Bethany was just eating people alive. But somebody in it was like, the joke was like, mop the ceilings, sweep the floors. Like, I mean, because at the end, everything was just everywhere. Because the number of people that come through
It's
there.
the sheer volume. I mean, we're about to find out.
Oh,
We
yeah.
are
He's
about
back
to
there
find
now.
out.
He's
I know,
back there now,
that's
yeah.
right. My
circle.
God.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
All right,
right.
we
You're
gotta
ready.
keep
You're
we
ready.
gotta
You're
keep
ready.
moving here. I didn't even get through my first segment, but I just wanted to say, talking about these dishes and everything, that here at SoDel we make our own beer. We make all of our own breads, Delmarva sweet bread, which is really great. All the restaurants make their own bread. We make all our desserts from scratch, all the sauces, make the homemade pasta. We even have a private label with Anthony Truchard, who you love, where we go out and we pick the grapes and we make our own wine with him. And the chefs are just so talented, and we're just so graced and blessed to really have these chefs. It's a lost art in this day and age where restaurants and kitchens like ours don't exist as much anymore, but like we have 20 really talented chefs that make beautiful food from scratch every day. And I think I can never lose lose touch with that, because it's these local people that are making beautiful food every day, and we're just so blessed. So with that, we're going to move on to the next section, and somehow you guys got me 40 minutes behind in a 30-minute show. I don't know how that happened. So hit it, Amber. Let's hear the next Lowercase Blues. Oh, and this is the one that she wrote. This is the one you wrote, right? No? What is this? Is Blues No More? Oh, she flipped. Every Tuesday at Dockside Marina Bar and Grill. Every Sunday at Big Chill Surf Cantina, which I don't go out much, but if I did, I'd go to Big Chill Surf Cantina. And then monthly at Thompson Island Brewing. And I think what we're going to do is go, Amber, what was the name of that song?
That was Couldn't Get to Sleep.
Couldn't Get to Sleep. Oh, you switched it up on me. But yeah, so every podcast now we're gonna do a different local band that we support and that we can get behind. So anyway, so here we are. We're on the new part. The one thing I wanted to show you was we made a new shirt, because this is the segment we talk about what's new. So here's the new shirt. It's about as local as you could get with the tower. Can you see this? This is a double extra large. and it's going somebody who's a big fan of SoDel Concepts. But on the back is all of it. It's a throwback kind of look. And really what it was, it came from a picture of the Jeep. So Lisa and I have 3 bulldogs, and we have a white Jeep with no doors.
We Scott bought a Jeep and outfitted it for nothing but the dogs. So I've asked many times, can the doors go back on so that in the winter? No, it stays.
The dogs
totally,
like the doors off. That's like their
it's
favorite
full of
thing.
sand.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's for the dogs.
So,
and they have a bulldog parade.
Yeah, every night at 5 o'clock. And it's funny because I always wonder if people are always like, who the hell's that guy with the 3 bulldogs? So I put the 3 bulldogs in the Jeep with no doors, and at 5:30 or 6 o'clock every night, I drive through Rehoboth with them, and then we drive down the beach. I let them out.
At Gordon's Pond.
At Gordon's Pond. But every night, like, people take pictures and videos. I'm like, what are they doing with these videos? That, like, now, the dogs like hang out. They're like drooling all over the thing. So it's really like.
And
kind
I
of
thought you were exaggerating, and then I went once. I don't go a lot because it's really not meant for me to.
No.
And
it's
because they get upset, I'm in
time.
the front. They want to be all over me. It's a mess. But I've gone a couple
The
times.
dogs get their feelings hurt.
Yeah, because Scott will come home and he's like, "Oh, these people were screaming, yelling." I was like, "This can't really."
They
be
chase
a real
after
thing.
the Jeep.
They point. They do. They run up. Can I take your picture? They video us. I'm like, what are they doing with these videos? It's just the dogs.
There's an underground bulldog website that they're posting them to.
People
BarelyLegalBulldogs.com.
Love it. It is wild, and
It's a true story.
Scott must hate it because he does it every night.
I do it every night. I don't do it for them. I do it, for the town. The town appreciates it. So, but anyway, we're going to talk about the new beers. So Thompson Island, Southern Delaware Brewing, which is a sister company of SoDel Concepts, has 2 breweries on the culinary coast: Thompson Island Brewery and Ocean View Brewery. We're hoping to open the 3rd, so we might announce that like in the next couple weeks. But Lisa, you want to talk about the new beers for the summer and what we got going on? Look at this one. What's this one? Summer Pilsner.
Yeah, Summer Pilsner. And it's going to be released on the 21st of May, which is very close. I can't believe we're as close to the end of May as we are. Available on draft and in cans. And it is supposed to be a super approachable summer beer, and
the size is definitely not super approachable.
A bright, crisp, refreshing profile with just enough hop character, designed specifically for warm weather drinking. So, and look at that can. I mean, it looks
Isn't
like
that cute?
Can's awesome.
The can is. It looks like you would drink that on the beach.
And we have it in
legally, of course.
Yeah, Lauren Bigelow, which is our in-house graphic designer. It's one of the great things about some of our companies. We have graphic designers, we have marketing people, we have beverage directors. So we have all these people in the restaurant group with so talented that help us do these things.
Saz and Citra hops.
You're loving this, right? You're liking these things.
I love it.
I love your podcast.
I love your podcast that you make me come be on. I love it. I thought this was like one time. By the way,
last night she goes.
I did. I thought it was one time.
No way we have another podcast.
And now it goes in the family chat. We have a son who lives in Australia. Do you really think he can? I'm like, what are you? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. You got to come back. It's another one in a month.
Is this your volleyball game? Like,
this is
she's
being tortured by being on the podcast.
Exactly.
But last night she literally was like, "There's no way it's been a month. There's no way we have another podcast tomorrow." I'm like, "No, it's on, baby. It's on." All right. So what's this one? Side Quest?
Oh goodness, yes. So that's a collaboration beer between OVV and Trogs.
Kristen is all about Trogs, right?
I love Trogs. Yeah.
You spent some time there, right?
I definitely spent some time there. It's been a few, maybe 3 years up there, helping the chefs out up there. Matt Lett, oh man, super talented guy. But yeah, Chris
and John Trogner is so nice.
Oh, John is the best.
So nice, my goodness. He comes down and does like at least one beer dinner I know at the breweries, and he's come over before, and we've been up there. And
he's one of the best brewers in the country, and we have a partnership. He helps us make beer, and we help him make food.
It's beautiful.
It really is.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
Beautiful, yeah.
And he's a guy who truly loves his craft, and is just willing to teach anyone who is interested in talking about it. I mean, he's like a beer geek, and he's also a food geek. Like,
he is.
He's very much into food. I watch his videos on Instagram where he's like out camping and creating all these fire, cooktop like compartments and entrapments, and he's just really into it. He's
Yeah.
always making something cool.
Shout out to John Trogner, co-owner, brewer of Trogs Brewing in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Frequently voted best brewery in the United States. They won a gold medal, and good friend and good partner to
Yeah.
SoDel Concepts.
Yeah, so this
And,
beer is a
yeah.
collab
Yeah.
with them, and also available draft and in cans. And so it's a traditional Pilsner with a mild dry hop addition of Citra and Saz hops. Wait, that's the other one I just
Well, let's go.
did.
You gotta go to the next one.
That's the other
Squad
one.
76.
You talk for 30 minutes about everything, and I'm supposed to rush through a beer in 15 seconds? I don't even know what one I'm
You
on.
ate up all my time.
What is this one?
Squad 76.
Oh,
It's a
with the
fundraiser.
fire company.
It's a fire
yeah,
company,
with the fire company. Yeah, that's nice. The fire
Yeah.
company, volunteer fire company. Really, this one's coming out on the 18th of June, and it's part of
Here's your damn Squad 76 beer.
volleyball. Where's the volleyball? I'm just spike it on your head. $2 from every 4-pack of that though gets donated to the fire company. So that is a big deal about that. That's a way that we support them.
Yep, it's fire and rescue.
Well, I
Frankfurt,
usually
Delaware.
put the fire truck comes out like
Yep.
on the one day,
Yeah,
and we
it's
do a
awesome.
big thing for it. So, but this is great. You know, if you want to drink your beer and support the local firemen, this is what you want to do.
Yeah, when your house is on fire, I drank the beer. Come save us.
That's right. I'm your friend.
I'm your friend.
Yes, yes.
All right, what's next?
I don't know.
Don't rush me.
Hold it up. Which one am I doing?
Oh, the seltzers.
Oh, the seltzers.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. For guests who aren't in the mood for beer, we have seltzers.
Okay.
Right, continuing with the popular spiked lemonade. People really like spiked lemonade. We have that
Yeah.
one. Then we have blueberry lemonade. Come on, pick them up. Come on, come on.
Oh, now
Blueberry-
the tide's
That's
turned.
it. That stay on track.
Blueberry lemonade.
That's it. And then you can't have that either.
Oh,
Put that
come
down. And watermelon one. Look
That
at
sounds
that
great.
can. Those are so cute.
Isn't that cute? Laura makes
amazing.
all these.
Of course she does.
She's
She's
so
very
talented.
talented. Yeah. Very
Yeah.
cute. Very, very cute.
And then the last one, which I think is just the absolute best, and this is the Reef Zero. So what's this one, Lisa? So what's this one that people are gonna love?
That's it. I have quit.
Oh, there's no alcohol.
You're not being paid for this.
So
you
safe.
can't quit. You can't- this is completely
Story of my life.
pro bono. So, all right, let's keep moving right.
There's your THC drinks with no calories.
Yeah, no calories, THC, all the good times, none of the
Bull. You got that. You got to get a hangover. from that.
No, I think it's totally.
Okay, great. That's awesome.
Well, you know what? We're gonna get someone on the show that drank like
That drank-
6 or 7 of these.
Chris.
I'm good.
That's what we're gonna. We need Vivid to drink 6 or 7 of these and come on next time and talk about.
Let's go.
Yeah, tell us. Oh,
Did you have a hangover?
I have no idea. I don't remember
Yeah.
a damn thing if I had a hangover or not. So, and then the last thing I wanted to talk about was some of the new dishes that we have coming up. So we change our menus a couple times a year. We all look forward to it. So, Chris, you want to talk about some of the new menu items that we talked about that you got going on?
Yeah, absolutely. Fish On has a throwback dish. It's salmon Oscar. So, yeah, so this is pretty cool. It's roasted salmon and lots of crab meat over top of it. It's kind
I'm
of
liking
like,
all of this.
oh my gosh, asparagus. It's traditionally, actually, it was called veal Oscar. I did some digging on this.
Did you?
Yeah, I had to.
Your culinary school books,
Yeah,
your
yeah.
parents got their money's worth. You busted it out.
ChatGPT.
Yeah,
No.
ChatGPT. Yeah.
That's how the kids do it these days.
Yeah.
So that's a great dish. We've already gotten a lot of great feedback on that. Like, people were excited. And also, I think our maple glazed salmon is spectacular.
Yeah, it's
I
so
have a
fun,
friend,
yeah.
Julie, and she can't not order that.
Yeah.
After all these years.
Well, now she can't order it.
Oh no, she's
So,
gonna be sad.
Yeah, like literally.
I was gonna say when you said that about everybody's favorite, there are always the people who are really sad because something came off too.
It'll come back one day,
she'll
but
be
but
all right.
but this is a good staple. This is a good change. People are gonna love it. It's already gotten like the #1 feedback on his menu so far.
Nice.
So Chef Ian, another
Oh,
shout
Yes.
out.
Yeah.
Super
Been
talented
with us a
guy.
long
I
time.
mean,
yeah.
They don't make chefs like Chef Ian anymore, man. You know what I mean? Like, he was born to do it, and he
Yeah.
was just born to do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff has a great dish at Lupo right now. It's a pork ragu. It's pork shoulder, braised, shredded, cannellini beans. Not the first thing I would think of when having a pasta dish, but I ordered it the other night. It was spectacular.
Okay.
And Lupo's going to have a cute new patio with cute
Lupo's
new
gonna have-
umbrellas.
Oh, yeah.
With cute new umbrellas and some
Super
cute,
cute.
some super cute new lights in the planter boxes once we get our super cute new fence up. So
That's how
yeah.
you know people love the restaurant, try and take care of it, because you try and make it a little bit better.
Just a little bit.
1% better every day.
Every day, yeah. We did a little fun upgrade in the bathroom there too.
Yep.
Put some wallpaper in there. Yeah, you just have to do little things. You don't have to do big things. Every once in a while, we do a big thing because the restaurant just needs it. I mean,
Yeah.
Fish On got that huge one a few years.
Absolutely.
You know, oh my God, it's been 6 years now, but yeah.
Don't say that.
Okay.
So
Time to go again?
we're supposed to do it every a certain amount of years. So so the new menu items, chef-driven restaurants. For 20 years, we've been partnering with local farmers, and they're some of SoDel's biggest supporters. And I just love that we can provide local jobs, local charities, local success stories.
Yeah.
One of the other things about Fish On, open now at 4 p.m. Did you know
Yeah,
that? It's
that's a
open
new
now
thing.
at
I
4
saw
p.m.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you know that.
I think
yeah.
the locals are excited for it too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, because you have some die-hard happy hour people.
Yeah, I mean, we started. It just made sense because we would.
There would be a line.
The line would be around the block at like
Yeah.
4:30 or 4:15.
Yeah.
We're like, why don't we just let these people in? Like,
Yeah.
let's just appease to the
Have a
masses.
heart.
Yeah.
Let's
Have a
have.
heart.
Yeah,
That's
Let's
okay.
have a heart. Yeah.
That was what I said. And
Yeah.
Once they realized it, yeah. So
Nice.
no, this was not my idea. It was a great idea though.
Oh, great idea.
Great
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
And
It wasn't my idea, by the way.
It needed to be done, and yeah, it's worked out so far. We've been doing this for about a week, and we've already seen the dividends from it. And
Nice.
It's great. Yeah, people are excited to come in.
Nice.
Yeah.
So-
I love it. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
We did the same thing years ago at Blue Coast Bethany. They'd line. We started open at 5, then we started with 4, and started open at 3. Like the line. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And now it's
yeah.
like, you might as well just keep.
Just get them in. Just
Yeah,
let 'em in.
yeah. Just,
Like,
and it's easier if people gradually come in, and if there's like a long, like Catch 54's got the same problem.
Right,
Is
right.
that there's like a long line for happy hour, and then they all rush in, get their seats and everything. So sometimes you're better off just like open a little earlier.
And you're on a wait.
Yeah, you're on the wait
Immediately.
right away. Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, God knows we're blessed though that people support us in that. But
For sure. And again, for years. Those
Yeah,
places
years.
have had those lines
Yeah.
for years. This isn't like something that just started happening. We are very fortunate that we have so many people who
Yeah.
frequent our restaurants regularly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And the last dish I wanted to talk about, as far as what's new, because we go over all new menus, and this one caught my eye: a fried green tomato with buffalo honey at Matt's Fish Camp Fenwick. I think that is a different and unique dish. And if you have like 20 dishes, like 2 need to be experimental, 2 need to be absolute classics, and then everything else down
Absolutely.
the middle, right?
Absolutely.
So for me, like fried green tomatoes with buffalo honey at Matt's Fish Camp is kind of like a little,
It's a little.
it's a little
I
loud,
bet
but I
people
love
like
it.
it. The
Yeah.
hot honey's really, really popular right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, I think. You
And
can't
I
go
think
wrong.
those flavors would be great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd order it.
I
All
would,
right.
I would order it.
All right, let's keep on track. So let's go to the next song, Amber. What's it going to be?
This is Take It for a Ride from the Live at the Original Dogfish Head.
And then we're going to come back and dig deeper with Chef Chris Parks, inline skating extraordinaire, roller hockey semi-pro.
Is that the one where you fell out the door? Is
Yeah.
that one?
All
That's
right, there you go.
hilarious. I loved that. I loved that you put that out there. I was like, oh my God, he fell out the door.
I always forget how much I love lowercase blues, man.
So I rocked the docks. They were great
Dude,
last summer.
they crushed it at Rock the Dogs, man.
Oh my gosh.
They crushed it. I always
They
forget.
had the largest turnout.
Yeah,
Did
they had
they?
the best turnout, yeah.
Yeah.
Easily.
I mean, they have a very strong following. Yeah.
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 It was great.
Yeah, and I love that we can support them, and I also love knowing like the people behind the music sometimes too. So anyway, so here we have Chris Parks. We talked a little bit about it, but I just wanted to a little more dig in a little bit. Maybe you could talk about cooking at the James Beard House. As many times as you have, and maybe working with Matt, and talk a little bit about like how you ended up here from
I love that story, right?
New York
Because you
City.
just thought you were like,
Yeah, so
you thought
I-
you were giving up your whole like career as a chef.
Oh man, I think my wife thought the same thing. I think both of us did. I think we weren't sure what to expect. You don't know what you don't know. So
Yeah, so where were you working?
yeah, so I was up in New York City. My wife and I were there for about 7 years. We had our first child up there. We had our dog there the entire time, so it was just the three of us for the most part. And then I think I got done like a hard day, and I just opened up a French restaurant with Andrew Carmelini. I was one of
Which
his
is
sous
an
chefs.
incredible restaurant.
Incredible,
Incredible
yeah,
restaurant. Lafayette, yeah.
He also owns La Cana Verde with Robert De Niro. He owns a handful of restaurants.
Yeah, really one of the best restaurateurs in the country.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So
You have the Dutch too, or no?
he had the Dutch.
Yeah, the
he had the
Dutch,
Dutch in
yeah.
Miami. He still has a Dutch in New York.
Which is our favorite place. Well, my favorite place.
Yeah, and then he's
I
got
drank
something.
next to it when we go.
Shinola Hotel in
Yeah.
Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's got restaurants kind of scattered throughout. But yeah, very talented chef. So I was there for about a year. Got home one night and I was just like, I'm done with New York. It's like
Yeah.
been almost 7 years.
Yeah.
I'm
But
now
I mean,
in my early
you
30s.
were at a pretty high level though, man. Like you.
I was cooking at Tom Colicchio's restaurant. I was at Kraft originally. So Tom is the head judge on Top
Yeah.
Chef. And I got there right when that kind of became famous. Like
Yeah.
that the same like
he had won a
season
James
1.
Beard, right?
Yeah,
Right
so
before
he
that?
won a James
Yeah.
Beard. Actually, that night I was cooking at Colicchio and Sons, and basically I got a call from his corporate chef, and he said, "Tom just won. Get ready. We're all coming back." And every famous
No pressure.
chef, every famous chef,
No
and I was
pressure.
running.
Every famous chef in America's coming.
And I was
Yeah.
running the tap room, which was the front part of the restaurant that was like 38 taps. It was more like a downscaled menu. It was more fast casual.
Yeah.
And then you had, the fancy part back in
Yeah.
the back. And everyone came in. I mean, Jose Andreas, David Chang, everyone you can think of in New York, whoever, is a famous chef there. So we got there. I was cooking till 2 a.m. At one point, we're outside hanging out with Jose, and he's got his arms around us, and he's like, "You guys are the backbone to all of this. We couldn't be here without you guys." And oh God, that guy's awesome. So,
Yeah.
So that was a unique experience.
Yeah, that's the pinnacle of cooking in America.
Yeah, and just cooking at Kraft, getting my feet wet there. That was by far one of the hardest jobs. I was 25. I got my ass kicked every day.
Yeah.
I remember working like the infamous grain station, and anyone, God forbid, if anyone just thinks about that station and used to work it, they know exactly what I'm talking about. It was horrible. And I remember getting off of it and training, and I got kicked off the station for about a week just to kind of regroup. Like I just had to walk away. The chef was like, "Just take a week, go work this station, come back in a week." Call my dad. I'm like walking through Union Square. I'm like, "I can't do it. I'm not gonna be a chef." And he's like,
Oh, nobody.
he's like, "Shut up, dude." He's like, "Stop crying first. Are you in the public sector?" "Yes." Okay, stop. Go to a corner somewhere and cry. Like, this is embarrassing.
Because he's a police officer.
Like,
right?
please stop. Yeah. Like, oh. So I figured it out. I got back on. I rocked it, and then I moved on to meat roast and all that. The whole, the rest is history. And then I became a sous chef there, and then I went over to one of his other restaurants and was the executive sous chef over there. So my time in New York was great, but you just know like things need to move on at some point.
Yeah.
Especially when you start having kids in Brooklyn, and you're like, this isn't sustainable.
Yeah.
We're getting
I can
crushed
see
on
that.
everything.
And
So
the chef's schedule there.
yeah, so I mean,
Yeah.
we had a newborn. I was opening up Lafayette. I was working 100 hours a week. We had no idea we were new parents.
And you were by yourself? No, your family was up there.
No one was up there.
No one
It
was
was just
up
my
there.
wife and I, and
Yeah.
she had maternity leave, so she was the website director for Cosmopolitan. So she was working at the Hearst Tower. So
I mean, two really high powered.
it was just
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are really like.
it was just crazy. And then
yeah.
I eventually was like, "Let's go to the beach," and she laughed at me, and I said, "No, I'm serious." And so we looked more into it. We put it on the back burner for that, lack of a better term, and then we started talking more and more about it. And then, with her ties to the beach, we came down, and then my mother-in-law had a doctor appointment who
Dr.
Michael
Johnny, right?
Michael Dickinson had the same doctor, and basically was like, "My son-in-law might be moving to the beach, and he's looking for a job." And he's like, well, tell him to apply.
Yeah.
And so I applied. And
We thought it was a joke when he got his resume.
oh my gosh. And
we were like, come on. Yeah.
So I got down to the beach. It was like Thanksgiving of 2013. I talked with Matt. I actually remember seeing you. You were leaving his house. I was in Mike's truck. Oh yeah, I got to Lupo. My wife drops me off because I think the interview's at Lupo. And Mike's like, okay, follow me. We're gonna go to Matt's house. I was like, I don't have a car. My wife just dropped me off.
And he was like, get
Can I ride with you?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, sure. Like, this is a great start.
Yeah. But I mean, at that time we worked out of Matt's house, and Matt would have like he like Senator Coons would come over for a meeting and be like on the front steps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like we worked out of Matt's house.
Yeah.
So people all the time would be freaked out. Be like, we're gonna go to Matt's house, and they were like, what? I'm like, yeah, but it was part
It
of
actually
the course.
made me feel less nervous.
Yeah.
Because he's like, you want a cup of coffee? I was like, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it was so casual, and I feel like it was one of the top interviews I've ever
Yeah.
had, if you want to call it that. It felt like a conversation.
Right.
And then
Matt was so gifted with.
he was really good at talking.
Really?
to
He was
people.
really good at
Just
talking to
so
people,
good
yeah.
at and you're born with that. Like you can't be trained to do
He
that.
was charismatic that you can't.
Yeah, something else. So then long story short is he passed me off to meet Doug and Matt Patton, and eventually I came over and some would say I was Maurice's sous chef, but it was like a co-chef.
That's right.
For the record, it was
For
co-chef.
the record,
It was co-chef.
If anyone's looking at the flow chart, they were co-chefs.
Co-chef.
Wait, no, where were you guys at?
So we were at Fish On, yeah. So
Weren't you doing plate? He was doing.
yeah, so I was doing
Yeah.
plate catering, and then he was
He was the chef.
the chef
That
at
was his
Fish On.
first job.
Yes, that was his first.
That was his
yeah.
first chef job.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And then I got a phone call from Matt one day, and he's like, "Congratulations, you're the new head chef at Blue Coast Bethany."
Yeah.
And
Where people go to die.
so then I did that for a summer, and my head almost spun off.
And
then
Jason, you and Jason did it together.
Jason
right?
Dietrich,
Yeah.
Jason Dietrich did it together with myself,
Yeah.
and we faced a little bit of adversity. We don't have all day, so I'm
Yeah.
But it was and then Lupo fell upon. Actually, I spoke with you in front of the Raw Oyster Bar at Blue Coast, and you asked me about Lupo, and you said go out to eat at Lupo, and I'm sitting at Lupo having a bottle of wine with my wife. And she's like, so why are we here? And I look at her, I'm like, why do you think we're here?
I'm a chef, and I've run
That's right. And I think
famous
I'm gonna be a
restaurants
chef
in
here.
New York. What do you
Yeah.
think's gonna happen?
And I was like,
uh-oh.
I guess in about a week I'll probably be here.
If not sooner.
Yeah, so 5 years later I was there, and
Yeah.
so corporate chef for, I don't know, 8 years now.
Yeah.
It's been wild, it's quick.
It's crazy how it goes. And then, like, what's your, like, kind of day-to-day? Like, you're running 3 really busy kitchens with, like, chefs and sous chefs and all these things going on. Like, how do you keep
Cross
it together?
over those parenting skills a lot. don't
Yeah.
Yeah,
You got more kids in restaurants right now,
For
right?
real, yeah. I mean, for the restaurant side of it, it's interesting because 2 of them have like little mini operations out of it. So with Fish On, we have Meals on Wheels.
Right.
And then with Lupo, we have the Hotel Rehoboth, which we cater breakfast out of.
And for those that don't know, we serve 300 homebound seniors a day at a Fish On. We took a little part of the back kitchen.
It's amazing.
And we converted it to make 2,300 meals a week.
It's
out the back door.
astonishing, and I advise anyone who wants to go work a day there just to kind of see. It's very fulfilling.
It's wild, man.
It's
every day.
It's good work.
It's a great operation.
It's good work.
Yeah. And they actually do incredible, and the food's really good. And it's people tell me all the time, like, this is the best Meals on Wheels food in America. I'm like, oh yeah, I mean, Chef Ian's doing that. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's
they're just and what Maris and Angie are doing over there with Meals on Wheels and running that department, and their side of it, their structure over there. I mean, we have great people all around on both ends of it. So we have that. We have Fish On. We have Blue Coast. I'm back at Blue Coast Bethany. Now I'm back at Lupo. So I'm back with 3 properties where it all kind of began.
Nice.
And they've gotten bigger and busier.
Absolutely.
And more since you've been gone, which is wild.
Oh yeah,
just
it's
'cause
crazy.
the area has.
Yeah, the area is more populated. There's a higher demand, and the restaurants increase in the area. But when all the restaurants are still becoming busier year over year, it tells you we need it. Like,
Well,
we
of
absolutely
all
need
of those 3, Fish On is really kind of the little engine that could, honestly, because when it started, no one was over in that.
Nobody. It was, that
Nobody.
whole complex wasn't finished. It was like nothing.
And it was just, I used to wonder all the time, like, and now it's, well, again, the big renovation we did 6 years ago. And then, truth be told, that is my favorite patio we have. I mean,
Patio's
it is
beautiful.
beautiful out there.
And it flows perfect. The patio flows to the restaurant, to the
Yes,
bar, to
the
the
flow
event
to all
room.
of it. And then we can even go over into the
Yeah.
event space,
Yeah.
and that room was beautiful. Like
Yeah.
the whole, the renovation there was just so well done. And, but now the service like keeps up with it. And that restaurant is busy.
Yeah, I mean the restaurant's busy. The events, we're doing a lot of events out of there, and then with Meals on Wheels, it's just it's almost a 24/7 operation.
It really
Right.
is.
Yeah,
it is.
there's almost
Yeah.
almost always there.
I mean, Lupo's basically a 24/7
It's true.
operation now,
Absolutely,
too.
It's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then you got the busiest restaurant in Delaware, probably for 3
With Lupo's
months.
Bethany.
Per square
Yeah.
foot, yeah.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
So I mean, you make it look easy though. I mean, you make it, you know.
I mean,
make
it's
it look
it's
easy.
the talent that I'm surrounded by. Honestly, like not to sound cheesy, but we have amazing chefs who make my job easier.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just, they know what they're doing, and it's good to work with them. So
And it's very important that you get up and you go work out in the morning, because that also fuels you.
So my
Got to
head
take
doesn't
care of
sit up.
yourself. Got to take care of yourself. Got to
Gotta
take care of yourself. Got to do it. Got to do it.
All right, so that brings to a close that little segment. Chris Parks, New York City to Rehoboth Beach, thought that maybe his career was over, and guess what, buddy? We got restaurants for days for you to cook in. Don't you worry about that. Yeah. So, but you didn't know anything about this area, really, did you? When you came here, you didn't know Matt. You didn't know.
no, I mean my grandparents coincidentally they retired to Millsboro back in '95, so I had come down to the beach area.
Yeah, so you
I
know a
was,
little bit, yeah.
but not much past that. So no, I wasn't familiar with
I remember
it.
when Matt won the James Beard, Chris is like, "We got to get ready. There's going to be chefs and people coming in." And I was like, "That's not like that." And it was like a slight blurb in the
New
paper.
York, yeah.
Yeah, no.
People are like, "Yeah." But you know, it was a different world. But we're happy to have you. You're just one of really the great success stories and the talented people that make SoDel Concepts run. So
Yeah.
so we're gonna have walk-in talks. We're gonna come back and we're gonna talk a little bit about like some of the behind-the-scenes stuff and you know some of the ugly truths of kind of what we do a little bit. And you know, if you get pulled into talking the walk-in, it's usually something cool. So,
Great.
So hit it. Let's see what we got. This is too much whiskey. Too much whiskey. This is from Live at Dogfish, the original Dogfish brewery in town. Everybody knows. Great local success story. And they have a beautiful live music venue. And this was recorded live at Dogfish Head in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware.
2019.
In 2019. Yeah. And if you didn't know, Amber has a special connection to Lowercase Blues, right? Yeah. So.
Okay.
Me keep going.
Besides that, she writes music.
She says that she writes music for him, yeah. All right, so here we go. So walk-in talks, a little bit about, you know, if you spend any time on the line or in kitchens or cooking or working, you got some either horror stories or some really uplifting ones, you know. So let's talk about it, memory lane. I know I always mention it to you guys, and I always got a couple stories, but I wanted to tell one. So, really my first big break, Matt and I started this consulting company, management company called Highway Management. Our first client, was a conference center in Rehoboth, and I was pretty young, right? When I was in my 20s.
Yeah, you were in your, like 26, 27.
Yeah, 26. And so I get this job, and we have all the big conferences, but the building's not finished yet. It's not built. So they hired me to set everything up, and I didn't quite understand what I was getting into, because I was like, okay, well, where's the kitchen? They're like, we don't have a kitchen. I'm like, where's the ballroom? They're like, we don't have a ballroom. I'm like, where are all the people? They're like, we haven't hired one person. We just hired you. I was like, oh my God. Like, And I remember I probably worked 22 hours a day, and it was awful. So, but I learned so much because it was one of those things. There, I was like, we need a kitchen. They were like, build one, So I mean, it was really cool. But anyway, so my first phone call. So I was like, thinking like this is like a high profile thing. So what I didn't know was that they were like, oh, Governor Minner's on the phone for you, and she was the governor maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, and she was a tow truck. She owned a tow truck company in Milford, and then she became the mayor. So like, oh, Governor Minner's on the phone for you. I'm like, oh, is she gonna congratulate me on my like new job or whatever? And I was like, she's gonna congratulate me like on my new job, and she's like, listen up, you please. And like I was like, what's wrong? She's like, if that ballroom's not ready for the blah 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 event, this is gonna be the last day. You're dead in this state. And I hang up. I was like, what the hell was that? They're like, she's been calling every day for like 2 weeks. It was like some big conference, and hers was the first one, and she was like the keynote speaker. So that was like my first day on the job, was getting screamed at by Governor Minner. I was like, I swear in my head, I was like, she's calling me to congratulate me on my like new job, but she like. Only the way a tow truck driver could rip somebody, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like, if I could have went in and cried, and they were like laughing at me, they were like, oh, she's been yelling at us every day. I was like, is the thing gonna get done? They were like, I don't know. I was like, God, this is my introduction to the whole thing.
Did it get done? I don't remember.
Oh, it got done. Okay. It got done like the day before, and it was really ended up being like a wonderful thing. And she was very gracious in the end, and she took a picture with me, and she signed it. And then remember, she came, and when we got our first house, she planted a tree in the front yard. Yeah. So it ended up being like this. This great story. But the one I did want to talk about was cooking at Baylor. You weren't on that, right? On the Baylor one or no?
I don't think so.
Yeah. So we got this gig to cook a. So Matt came up with this idea, he had learned to cook in prison. So he was like, the women's prison in Baylor had like a culinary program, and we donated to the kitchen. And we were like, why don't we do like a dinner there where like all dignitaries came.
You didn't cook on that one?
No, I didn't, no.
You had to stay back and man the fort. Yeah, it was in 2015, yeah. So anyway, so we're going to go to Baylor, which is a maximum security prison.
For women only.
For women only. And we're going to cook a meal for 100 people, the governor, all the senators, everyone was there. So it's in the courtyard of the yard where they exercise during the day. We put like string lights up and made it this beautiful thing. And we took 4 chefs, and then their entire culinary team cooked it.
And they served us, yeah.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
But the only thing I remember from it was going in, and one of our chefs had brought a knife, which you're not supposed to, and we had to go on lockdown for the whole thing. So that was my horror story, was like, how'd it go? And I was like, well, it didn't start so good.
Spill the tea.
I'm not going to mention the chef, but he brought his set of chef knives into the maximum security
That was
prison.
a great event.
That was a great event.
Powerful.
It was so powerful.
Yeah.
And after that, they asked me to be the keynote speaker at their graduation. And I was a keynote speaker at their graduation. A couple of people got their GEDs that were in. And one of them, believe it or not, we hired after that. She got out. And she's still, I'm not going to name her, but she's still working for us. 10 years she's been working for us. Awesome. And she's still a manager working in the kitchen. And I spoke at the graduation, and she came up to me after and she said, I'm getting out in like 8 months or whatever. I was like, she's like, I was in the culinary program. I cooked with you guys at the thing, and I was like, you can start tomorrow. And she's done a great job. She's moved up the ranks, and she's running the kitchen for us. So you just never know what kind of comes from these. But really, when the lockdown started, I was like, this is not going to go good. But they were quick, and they figured it out and everything. So that was a good one. So yeah.
It was like, no, this is a real prison.
Yeah, I was like, this is.
Yeah, they're like, your chef.
Yeah,
this is a real prison. Yeah. Like you can't just bring things.
So we had to use like everything plastic in there.
Yeah.
But it was a really beautiful event.
It was a beautiful
and it was in
event.
2015. And if anyone looks it up, we'll put a link.
Yeah,
but it was
great.
really one of the pivotal things. I think in SoDel Concepts history, to be able to pull that off was really incredible. And then my last one is you were the chef at Plate Catering, but our first big event was at this really beautiful house in the peninsula. and we had this guy who just started, and we were trying to be nice to him and give him a job, and he had a tray of
Champagne
glasses, and there was someone playing the what is this? A
violin.
Somebody's playing the violin, and all these people are in black tie. And we said to this guy, "Go and stand by the front door and hand out champagne." He tripped. The entire tray smashed as the door opens and all the guests come in. The violin player stopped. Everybody started screaming.
It was like on the news and like screech.
I was like, and then he got sent home, and I was washing dishes, and then these two guys got in an argument, and Matt put him in the corner, and I was like, this is not how I imagined.
And that's one of those,
go.
then he comes home and I was like, so, how was it? And he was like, oh my God, the worst ever. I was like, oh no.
It ended up being a hugely successful thing, but I was talk about humble beginnings. I was like, that one did not go well.
No.
So anyway.
There's always nights that make you humble.
Yeah.
This industry will humble you very quickly.
Yeah, just when you think you got the tiger by the tail. So. Anyway, so I want to thank you guys for coming on. I want to wrap it up and tell everybody that next time we're going to have Chef Charles from Surf. Wait, do you have a story? Do you got a walk and talk story? Or no?
Do I? No, but I touched on it. But I don't think it was you, actually, though. I think it was Matt Patton. But it was in that time of LUFO when Holden was doing that.
Oh, yeah, tell that story. That's a good.
But,
yeah.
But the one is that, Matt, I think, jumped on because you guys were getting hammered, whatever. And Holden was on the expo line.
Holden's 15.
He was 15 at the time. And he looks at Matt Patton and he goes, have you ever expo before?
That's I've been expoing since
and there's
I
a
was
similar
12.
Chris Medford Carson story where Carson's getting hammered at Blue Coast Bethany with shucking, whatever, and just hammered. And Medford comes behind, and Carson said he's like, I look at Medford what? Yeah, really, dude, you gonna help me? And he's like, and he goes and he's like, and he totally helped him out of the weeds. He's like, I was like, Carson, Holden, these people have been doing these jobs for a very long time. Yes,
yeah, we're trained professionals.
But I don't remember what preceded it. All I know is that
Holden
wrote himself a note.
So I was going to bring that up.
Yeah.
I still every
this
once
is our middle son.
Every
Who's 27
who
now.
loves the restaurant business.
Every few years, I'll text Lisa. There's probably 4 texts that I've ever sent to Lisa, and 3 of them are the note that, because I still think it's the nicest thing ever, and the most innocent thing ever. But he was 15 and he expoed all summer, and then he wrote a note and hid it. And basically
to his future self, right?
And basically the note was to his future self. Hi, my name is Holden Kammerer. I am a 16-year-old student. I wrestle, I go to Cape Henlopen, and so on and so forth. I expoed. I love this job. I plan on doing this, and left the note on a Bebnap and hit it on Expo.
Right? He hit it
and I found it. And
he said he hit it for the next Expo.
Yeah. Well, I clean Expo sometimes, so. So I found it and I kept it. I don't know if I still have it. Maybe I do, buried somewhere. Although you should be the one who has it. But I basically I took a photo of it and I was like, this is the best thing ever. I love it. And then 11 years later.
He's still expoing.
Yeah.
He's come back to expo.
Oh yeah.
Still it's a great little full circle thing, but that was cute.
Yeah.
I think he told himself he was going to dental school.
I think
he
so.
said I'm either going to dental school or be in the restaurant business.
Yeah.
And then you walk by him on expo and you're like, how'd that work out?
He's probably expoing right this second.
He probably is.
He's probably expoing right this second.
But I love that story. I love that story. Again, it just demonstrates all the connections of all of the things, and how long everybody really has been around and knows each other, which is so nice.
It's so cool.
It's so nice.
It's a small universe in SoDel Concepts. So anyway, thanks for getting to know us a little bit more, our success story here in Sussex County. Thank you to Chef Chris Parks for being a part of the team. Thank you to my lovely bride, Lisa Kammerer. Next time, Chef Joe Charles from Surf Bagels is going to teach us how to make the bagels. They make the bagels, they boil them. What else they do with them? I don't know.
They bake them.
And they make them every day on location in every restaurant. And the bagels are just beautiful. Everyone loves Surf Bagel. As far as I go, I've loved the restaurant business. I've loved leading this company. and being able to improve the lives of all the people that we come in contact with in Sussex County. So remember to go out to eat, see what everyone's cooking,
That's right.
and see you soon. Peace out. Thanks. Hit it, Amber. Amber alert. Oh, this is the one she wrote. I've been saying it for everyone, but this is the one she wrote. Take it for a ride. Blues No More. Lyrics by Amber Willis. Music by BJ.
Cause I ain't ever going back. Being with that woman.
www.lowercaseblues.net to see where they play next and check them out. One of the local success stories, Lowercase Blues, jam trio from Delaware, performing together since 2000.